Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back. I know what you're gonna say. It's been a few months, but it was summer, so let your girl have fun. A few of you came to me and needed more videos, so here we are. Let's go ahead and start in a seated meditation. Allow your shoulders to relax, your face and jaw. Take a few more full body breaths here. In and out through your nose. And your next breath in, lift your arms up overhead and gaze towards your fingertips. Take another breath in, reach a little bit taller. Let the side bodies grow. Breathe in and release your right hand down as you lift up and over with your left. Gazing at the eye of your elbow, breathe in, both arms sweep up and switch it out to the other side. Inhale, rise, and plant the hands right in front of your shins, hinging at your hips. An option to walk those hands out in front of you, softening through your head space, lengthening through your neck, pressing into the heel of the palm, the knuckles, the pads of the fingers. And as you inhale, walk your hands back behind your hips, lift your chest, your chin, squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Breathe. And gently lift your head back up, releasing your hands on your knees, rolling out your shoulders, and let's go through that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Lift a little bit taller and plant the right hand down, reaching up and over, gazing at the eye of your elbow. Inhale, rise, and switch it out to the other side, really lifting and lengthening through your side body, breathing in between the spaces of your ribs. Sweep the arms up and plant them in front of your shins. Exhale. You decide what's best for you. Maybe you stay in that hinged position by your shins or walk the hands out in front of you. Lengthening through your back. Inhale, walk the hands back up and behind your hips. Lift your chest. Option to tilt your head back. If it's not meant for you, keep your head upright. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Gently bring your head back upright, releasing your hands to your knees. And begin to find some neck rolls, drifting your ear to right and left shoulder. Perhaps even traveling the head back behind you if it's in your practice. And I'm going to let you go on your own here. So inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. And you can go through those side body stretches, but as you see me, I am sweeping my arm out in front of me and lifting up through the other arm. I really love this transition, but you can make this your own. Find your groove, staying with your breath. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you could soften your elbow, your forearm. See if that does anything for you. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, warming up our bodies, specifically our spine, moving it side to side, lateral. Maybe you twist and place a hand on your knee as you look behind your shoulder. And roll those shoulders out, release your hands on your knees. Take a few breaths in and out. Consider setting an intention for your practice today, tonight, whenever you go through this flow. And it can be as simple as tuning into your breath or dedicating this practice to someone or relating it to the season. We are moving into the fall. So let's go ahead and meet in tabletop all fours, hands and knees as we move through cat-cow. As you breathe in, allow your belly to drop and hang heavy in front of you as you tilt your gaze up. And as you exhale, round through your spine, press into the heel of the hand, the shins, the tops of the feet, and then begin your breath again. Inhale, fill. Exhale, press it away, looking towards your navel. Inhale, fill. And in my classes, I've been letting my students go on their own. So go ahead and find that space for you. You continue with the cat-cows if it serves you. But a lot of times I see everyone doing hip circles. Maybe walking those hands a little further out in front of you. Sinking back to a child's pose and then rolling forward to a lazy up dog. Allow your body to move. Let your breath be your guide and just flow. A few more moments here in this space. Go ahead and sweep your right leg back behind you so you're on the ball of your foot, the heel is high, and lean forward and backwards. We're going to find cat-cow with our leg extended, so as you breathe in, drop your belly, and exhale, press the earth away. We are going to continue to build this up, but go ahead and drop your belly, breathe in, tilt your gaze up. And exhale, press away. This next time, when you breathe in, drop your belly. As you exhale, you're going to tuck your left toes and pull that knee in towards your chest. So you're lifting the knee away from the earth. We'll try that again. Inhale, belly drops. Lift the left knee towards your chest. And one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, lift the left knee and then extend the leg back behind you. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards your foot. So you're in a down dog space. And go ahead and bend your left knee and find some hip rotations. 3 ways clockwise. And then eventually switch up that rotation counterclockwise, opening up the knee and the hip. I remember this being pretty intense for me. I did this flow after I taught a class, and I'm doing this voiceover a few days later, but I remember how my body felt after this. So thank me later or not. Don't take it personally. We'll go ahead and find down dog, releasing that left foot and coming back to tabletop because we have to try it on the other side. So find a cat-cow. Inhale and exhale and extend the left leg back behind you. You're on the ball of your foot and sweeping forward and backward here. And again, we're going to move through that cat-cow space, so dropping the belly and exhale, rounding through the spine. We'll do this 3 times, and then we'll incorporate our right knee, lifting away from the earth in towards our chest. So as you exhale, tuck those right toes underneath and lift the knee with you as you round through your spine. And try that again. Inhale, belly drops. As you exhale, round, draw the right knee in towards your chest, lift it away. And one more time. You got this. You got it. And then extend the right leg back. Maybe you keep the knee bent, then walk the hands back. That seemed to be a little more easier on my body. And we're going to find those rotations with our knee clockwise and counterclockwise. 3 rounds each side. Then you're going to find yourself eventually in downward facing dog, walking it out, taking a breath in through the nose and out through the nose, reset, reconnect. As you breathe in, roll onto the balls of your feet so your heels rise away from the earth. Hips lift tall, and exhale, soften back. We'll try that twice more. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, hips high, tippy toes. Exhale, soften. As you breathe in, look forward, walk the feet to the hands, hang heavy. And begin to grab opposite elbows, keep a micro bend in your knees, and this is going to be a pretty big ask, next transition for us. So next time you breathe in, you're going to twist your body right. You still have that hold on your elbows, and you're going to rise tall. Exhale, release left. And then inhale, pick your body weight back up. Exhale, twist and release. And one more time. Important to use your knees. Inhale, lift and rise tall, up to standing. And exhale, release. Breathe in, halfway lift. Plant your hands, walk back, plank pose. Your plank pose can be on your knees, but eventually will be there at some point. Inhale, drift forward, soften your knees. 3 mini push-ups, bending those elbows back behind you. Rolling over your knees, tucking your toes, pressing back, down dog. What we do on one side, we will try on the other, but walking out your down dog. Reset, reconnect, breathe in, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hang heavy, grab opposite elbows. Allow your feet to be a little wider than hip width apart, or you can bring them in as close as you want. And this time we are going to twist our body left. So we're going to twist left, inhale, rise, standing tall with our elbows. Exhale, fold right, and then begin again. Inhale, you really use your breath. Once you exhale, release. That breath in lifts you tall. And exhale, release down. Release your bind and halfway lift. Inhale, breathe in. Plant your hands, step and walk your feet back, plank pose. Inhale, drift forward, soften your knees. 3 mini push-ups. Those heels can kick towards your glutes. Roll over your knees, tuck your toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Maybe a cleansing breath out, cleansing breath out your mouth. Go ahead and walk the hands back to the feet. And you will need a block. So there I am grabbing a block. And you're going to place that block underneath your heels. We're really going to get into the knees, the quads, and the hamstrings. And you want your block at its lowest setting. You'll release your fingertips and you're going to sink your hips down and inhale, lengthen the legs. Exhale, lower down, and inhale, power through, press back up. Now you only go as far as you need to go, and eventually I dial it back and just go halfway down, not sinking my hips all the way towards my heels, because this is a lot. Use your breath, let it guide you, feel what's going on in those legs, your roots, your foundation, your base, if you will. Eventually remove that block, halfway lift, breathe in. And we're going to meet in downward facing dog. As you breathe in, bend your right knee, heel is towards glute, and then glide your knee back so it meets the left. Inhale, extend your leg back behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, dial your back foot down, and slowly rise up onto your fingertips, lifting that upper body up, rolling the shoulders behind you, and lifting the arms. Inhale, warrior 1. Once you arrive, tilt your gaze up towards your fingertips, palms facing each other, and bring your head back to neutral. Bend the elbows, lengthen them behind you, either interlace your fingers or grab opposite elbows. As you bow forward, exhale, humble warrior. Release your head, allow it to hang heavy here. Gently release your arms and lift them back overhead. Warrior one, inhale, and then we're going to open up to warrior two. So your hips are now open and your left toes are facing in front of you. If it's too much in your arms, you can bring your hands to heart center. But as we extend our arms, we're going to flip the palm, inhale, tilt back, glide our hand down our leg. Exhale, low runner's lunge, making your way to plank pose. Inhale, soften to your knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Just lift your chest, breathe in, press into the tops of the feet, the shins, and exhale, extend your arms. Roll over your knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Moving through the other side, left knee bends. Release that knee back and extend the leg all the way behind you. Lift your leg a little bit higher. Exhale, stepping your foot between your hands. Taking your time, lifting your body upright and allowing those arms to sweep overhead. Gazing towards the fingertips, slight back bend. Coming back to neutral, bend the elbows, interlace the fingers behind you or grab opposite elbows. Lift the chest first before you bow in, exhale. Maybe this time those arms lift up over your head or away from the low back. Being gentle, release your bind. Inhale, lift back up, warrior one, and exhale, open up, warrior two. The body's still stacked, the knee above the ankle. Moving into reverse warrior, tilt back, hand slides down your thigh. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame your foot and make your way, plank pose. Find your way down to your knees, soften to your belly, cobra, breathe in. Exhale, extend the arms, roll over your knees, tuck your toes, back to downward facing dog. Come back to your breath, reset, reconnect. I know you've done harder things. This is challenging, but you got this. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and grab your block and step your feet outside of your mat. So toes are out, heels are in, and that block comes underneath your hands. And you can find which height you want it at. But we're going to find a squat here. So as you exhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, lengthen, strengthen the legs. Exhale, sink. And maybe find this 2-3 times. And I know. Go ahead and place that block underneath your seat. Those elbows inside of your knees as you push them away from you. Hands, heart center. Take some time here to breathe. Maybe even soften the eyes. Find your center, whatever that means. And the rest is our cool down. So go ahead and release that block from underneath you. And go ahead and windshield wiper your knees left and right, side to side. Finding a nice counter pose to all that work we just did. Maybe you revisit your attention now that we're moving to grounded spaces, poses. Perhaps your thoughts become less. Your breath is neutral. We're going to make our way down to our back, drawing our knees in towards our chest. And like I mentioned earlier, I've been giving my students freedom and expression to do what they want here, but I will guide you since this is a different platform and we're not in person. So drawing those knees in towards your chest, drifting your body side to side. I usually let you go and tell you to do what you want, but here I am circling my knees, opening them up a little bit further and flexing my toes towards my shin. And eventually, what I'm doing one way, I'll switch it out and do it the other way. Enjoying the journey, this slow time, given that it is a new season, fall. It requires us to move differently. And the way I attribute that is by observing nature, being out in nature, the leaves falling, the temperature getting cooler, meaning that we need to slow down as well. And then I find a supine twist, drawing my knees to the left side, maybe my gaze twisting to the opposite. And letting my hips stack above each other. Maybe even extending that top leg out in front and drawing some circles here. What I do on one side, I'm going to do it on the other, so those knees drift to the opposite direction. Maybe you lift your shoulders away from the earth and then soften and melt them back in. I'm really happy and glad to be back doing these videos. I know summer is busy. It was for me, and I hope you enjoyed yours too, but I'm back in the game. Maybe find a bridge pose here where both feet plant and root and the arms extend, the fingertips towards the heels, and as you breathe in, the low back lifts away, really pressing into those arms. Can you drift your head back behind you? Tuck your chin in towards your chest and watch your belly rise and fall. Allowing pressure into the heel of the feet, maybe the glutes. That breath is constricted the way your head is positioned, so allow that breath to move. Then slowly go ahead and lower down, but not too much so you touch the earth, because we're going to sweep our hips side to side, left and right, and eventually we're going to melt back down to earth, maybe letting out a generous sigh once we arrive. And drawing those knees back in towards your chest, hugging them in, lifting your shoulders, head away from the earth, squeezing here, squeezing in towards the middle, the center, showing yourself gratitude and love, and eventually softening the shoulders, releasing your head, and finding a space that works for you as we close out and find our Shavasana corpse pose. Your feet can be grounded to the earth. They can extend out in front of you. Maybe the soles of the feet come together as the knees open up. Your arms can express how they like. I have one hand on my heart and the other on my low belly. Allowing those eyes to soften and just be for the next few moments. Slowly but surely begin to bring gentle movements back into your body, rolling out the wrist, stretching through your fingers, followed by your ankles, and stretching through your toes, perhaps shifting your hips left and right, side to side, and eventually let's meet where we began our journey in a seated meditation. And once you arrive, take some breaths here in this upright position, rolling the shoulders away from your ears, stacking above your hips, softening your gaze. It's truly been my honor and pleasure guiding you through this Harvest Moon Vinyasa yoga flow. Peace, love, namaste. Until next time.